Have you ever wondered what truly makes a connection between partners unforgettable? It's not just the physical aspects, but the deeper understanding of each other's desires and needs. Today, we're diving into the art of intimate connection and exploring 5 key positions that can enhance your partner's pleasure and strengthen your bond. We delve into the art of cultivating inner strength and unbreakable determination. We face life's challenges with courage and resilience, always seeking to overcome our limitations and reach new heights. Today, we'll explore how to bring that same strength and dedication into the bedroom, ensuring that both partners enjoy themselves and reach their maximum potential. Let's start with a simple yet powerful question. How can you ensure your partner enjoys every intimate moment with you? One of the most intimate and satisfying positions is spooning. In this position, both partners lie on their sides with the man behind the woman. This allows for close contact, enabling you to stimulate the G-spot while also having easy access to the clitoris. This dual stimulation can significantly enhance your partner's pleasure and bring you both closer. Next, let's explore 5 positions that are favorites of many. Their weakness has no place. Resolve is forged and willpower becomes indestructible. Prepare to be inspired, motivated, and challenged to reach your maximum potential. Women with a lot of butt usually have small breasts, and women with large breasts have small butts. Red-haired women are more likely to have frequent sexual relations. One of the best positions to stimulate a girl's G-spot is spooning. The lower wall of the vagina has many nerve endings, and in this position, the penis will be in close contact with it. Additionally, you can stimulate the clitoris and the G-spot. Doggy style, a recent survey by experts in the field indicated that this position, where the woman gets on all fours, while the man penetrates her vaginally from behind, holding her by the hips, is the favorite among most English people aged 35 to 44. It is a great position for the woman, as it allows her optimal control, enabling her to adjust her range of movement to find the angle that gives her the most pleasure. 8 out of 10 women like to be insulted and insult their partner during sex. According to them, it excites them too much and makes the activity more thrilling. Some women are born with a smaller vagina or simply without one. This phenomenon affects 1 in 5,000 people. Having sex standing up can help you last longer and make your girl come faster. A woman can reach orgasm in just 4 minutes of good work, but may take 20 minutes during intercourse with luck. And who always give blowjobs are the ones being unfaithful to their partners. Before we dive deeper into these transformative positions, I want to take a moment to connect with you. If you're finding value in this content and want to empower your intimate connections, please take a second to like this video. Your support helps me create more free content like this. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Drop a comment below with any questions or insights you have about enhancing intimacy in your relationships. Let's create a community where we can learn and grow together. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And with your support, we can reach this milestone together. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on all our latest content, helping you cultivate inner strength and deeper connections in every aspect of your life. Thank you for being part of this journey. One of the benefits of knowing your partner's weak points is that it allows you to explore new forms of stimulation that can lead to quicker and stronger ejaculation. Every person is unique in terms of preferences and sensitivities, so understanding what works best for your girl can make a significant difference in her sexual satisfaction. Additionally, knowing your partner's weak points can help strengthen the emotional connection and intimacy between you. Open and honest communication about likes and dislikes in the bedroom can deepen trust and the bond between you, leading to greater satisfaction. By knowing your girl's weak points, you can also show your attention and care for her pleasure. Having interest in her sexual satisfaction and being willing to explore new forms of stimulation can make her feel valued and loved, which can increase her desire and excitement. Men feel greater sexual arousal when they wake up in the morning. After fingers and vibrators, candles are the most frequently used phallic objects by women. The most common fantasy among girls under 25 is oral sex. Missionary, although it sounds a bit standard according to various international studies, is the most practiced sexual position among heterosexual couples worldwide. It seems it's not just for comfort. According to a recent survey conducted in the United Kingdom, women like this position because of the closeness and intimacy it implies, and because they feel their partner's body covering theirs, not crushing them. The best part is that sexology experts also classify the missionary as one of the best positions for women to reach orgasm as long as it is practiced with the aim of being as diagonal as possible to maximize clitoral stimulation. Women with problems feeling orgasms have shorter clitorises than average, making them further from the vaginal opening and harder to stimulate during penetrative sex. After 50, some men experience changes in their sexuality and believe good sex is over. But this is not entirely true. With the right information and creativity, these thoughts disappear. The cougar position, where the woman is on top of the man, allows women to have greater control of their orgasms. The woman can move as fast or slow as she likes and control the depth of penetration. The woman being on top also gives her easy access to her clitoris, which she can stimulate with her hands, or by adopting an ideal friction angle against the man's body to reach orgasm more easily. This position gives most of the prominence to the woman, giving her the freedom to set the pace. The man has direct access to caress her breasts, which helps to excite another female erogenous bone. 80% of women do not marry the one they love, but the man who is truly ready, hence the reason for unhappy marriages. Before anal sex, a good tip is to keep the area clean. It can be washed with water and neutral soap, and the intestines can be emptied with an enema. A woman's sexual drive is more easily altered than a man's. Women who have sex at least once a week look happier, more feminine, and especially more beautiful. Women on average are attracted to older men, as it subconsciously communicates to them a sense of experience and stability. The alignment technique is one of the positions for women to reach orgasm faster with intense clitoral stimulation. To put it into practice, think of the classic missionary position, but with a variation that will undoubtedly make a difference. The woman should keep her legs together while the man should have his apart. This achieves greater pressure during penetration and more physical contact for the woman. It also stimulates the man's penis, providing her with great pleasure and making it much easier for her to reach climax. To enhance sensations, nothing is better than the man pressing the woman's hips against him. When a woman is attracted to a man, she moistens her lips with her tongue to make them shinier and more attractive. Women who always perform oral sex are the ones being unfaithful to their partner because they have the habit of wanting to see another man excited by their actions. Life is full of mysteries and secrets, so keep exploring and discovering. Some people can experience an orgasm while exercising due to repetitive movements and continuous friction. Mature women over 40 find it easier to achieve orgasm compared to women under 40. Women over 40 are more likely to initiate a kiss before sex, while younger women are more likely to initiate a kiss after sex. The screw position is another one to consider for women to experience more pleasure during intimate relations. In this position, the man will have absolute control of the penetration movements, but the woman has to keep her legs elevated and will enjoy much more satisfying stimulation. The woman should lie on her back on the bed, with her legs completely stretched upwards and crossing one over the other. The man should hold the woman's legs by the ankles to help her keep them stretched the whole time. Once in this position, penetration occurs, and it is also a super pleasurable position for the man, making it ideal for enjoying an incredible synchronized orgasm. When a man likes a woman and is in love, he can't help but talk about her with his friends. If a man licks a woman's vagina and plays with her nipples, it means he truly cares about satisfying her. It is common that when a woman is attracted to a man, she speaks in a lower tone than usual. Many women before being penetrated love having their breasts caressed. Next time you're with a lady, do it, and you'll see how she melts for you. Additionally, some of them like oral sex as foreplay. Women's sexuality is the most powerful weapon in the battle between men and women, while the left hand of the man is his best ally in that situation, because the left hand is mastered by those with the most experience. Understanding your partner's weak points is essential for cultivating an intimate and satisfying connection in the relationship. When it comes to female ejaculation, knowing these points can be especially relevant, as it can contribute to a more intense and pleasurable experience for both partners in the battlefield of life. Only those with an unbreakable spirit can prevail. We, the warriors of masculine monasticism, refuse to yield to adversity and embrace each challenge as an opportunity to grow and strengthen ourselves. And remember, each moment of struggle is an opportunity to demonstrate our resilience and determination. So let's rise, brothers and sisters, and continue forward with courage and conviction, because together there is no obstacle we cannot overcome onward to greatness. And so we conclude our journey together. It has been a pleasure sharing these reflections on Stoicism with you and how to apply it in our daily lives. As we wrap up this video, I hope you found these tips helpful for enhancing intimate connections with your partner. Remember, true strength lies in mutual understanding and honest communication. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring videos. Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Thank you for your continuous support. 7. Hidden secrets that women secretly crave. 99% of men don't do this. Women love it sounds extreme. Maybe, but let me ask you this. How many times have you seen a guy who seems to have it all, yet still struggles to create deep, meaningful connections with women? It's not about looks, money, or confidence. The truth is, most men completely overlook certain small yet powerful gestures that can make them irresistible. And today, I'm about to reveal 7 hidden seeker secrets that women secretly crave, but rarely admit that these aren't the typical dating tips you've heard 100 times. These are subtle psychological triggers backed by both science and ancient Stoic wisdom that can transform the way women perceive you, making you unforgettable without trying too hard. Imagine this. What if you could tap into the subconscious desires that most women don't even realize they have? What if you could effortlessly stand out from 99% of men, not by chasing, not by proving yourself, but by understanding what truly makes a woman feel seen, desired, and emotionally connected? And here's the thing. If you don't know these secrets, you're at a major disadvantage. You could be missing out on building the kind of attraction that keeps thinking about you long after you've left the room. That's why you need to stay until the end of this video. The final secret is the most powerful one. And once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. Before we dive, then do me a favor. If you're serious about mastering these game-changing techniques, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the life-changing insights coming your way. Let's get started with secret 1. The power of touch before intimacy. Picture this, you're on a date. The conversation is flowing. She's laughing, and everything seems to be going well, but something feels off. You can sense that the connection isn't quite there. She's engaged, but not fully drawn in. You drop her off, send a follow-up text, and then silence. No response. What happened? Most men focus only on words when trying to build attraction. They think a great conversation is enough. But for women, connection is not just verbal. It's physical and emotional. And there's one incredibly underrated way to create that connection touch. Not in a pushy, aggressive way, not in a way that makes her feel uncomfortable, but in a subtle, intentional, and deeply meaningful way. One of the most overlooked gestures that women seek. Crave is a simple, gentle massage. Before intimacy sounds simple, right? But here's why it's powerful for women. Emotional connection is just as important, if not more, than physical attraction. A well-placed, non-sexual touch communicates so much more than words ever could. It says, I see you, I care about you, I want you to feel safe and comfortable with me. It's not about being a massage therapist or trying to impress her. It's about presence, being in the moment, making her feel relaxed, understood, and desired, not just physically, but emotionally. The key, it's not just about touch itself. It's about the intent behind it. If you're just going through the motions, it won't work. But if you're present, engaged, and actually paying attention to how she responds, she will feel it. Marcus Elias, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, waste. No more time arguing. What a good man should be. Be one. Don't overthink it. Don't make it weird. Just be in the moment and let your actions speak for themselves. Here's the harsh truth. Most men never take the time to understand this concept. That's why they remain part of the 99% who struggle with emotional intimacy. But the men who do, they create deep, lasting connections that women can't forget in a world where most guys rely on instant gratification and surface-level interactions. This kind of thoughtful approach is rare, but when you master it, you become part of the 1%. The men who truly understand what women desire on a deeper level. Number 2. Flirting with confidence. And respect, move on to a secret mirror, or to the art of flirting with respect. Most men misunderstand flirting. They either overdo it, coming across as pushy and desperate, or they hold back too much AIs of making a mistake. The truth is, women love flirting, but only when it's done with confidence, subtlety, and respect. A man who knows how to flirt effortlessly stands out, because he creates an energy that feels exciting without pressure. Flirting isn't about impressing her with false jokes or exaggerated compliments. It's about keeping things playful, light, and engaging. Think of it like a dance you lead. She follows. But neither of you should feel forced into the movement. The best way to do this is through teasing in a fun, light-hearted way. For example, if she says she loves a certain type of food, you could respond with, "Really, that's the best you've got. Clearly, you've never had my cooking." It's a subtle challenge that keeps the conversation interesting while creating a sense of playful competition. More importantly, good flirting isn't about seeking approval the moment you try too hard to impress. You lose your edge, women, and unnaturally drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin, who can joke around without needing validation. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in a high value. Man doesn't flirt to win a woman over. He flirts because he enjoys the interaction itself. He remains emotionally grounded, never desperate for her response beyond words. Eye contact and body language are key. A confide, I dense murk, a slow nod, or a well-timed pause speaks louder than any pickup line. Attraction isn't built through words alone. It's built through presence, energy, and confidence when you flirt with the right mindset. Women feel it instantly, so are you flirting to impress? Or are you flare-hurting because you enjoy the moment? Master this, and you'll see how attraction shifts in your favor. Secret. Why touching her hair at the right moment creates connection. Number 3, the power of touching her hair. Most men completely overlook this, but women love it. When a man knows how to touch their hair, when done at the right moment, is one of those small, seemingly insignificant gestures that can create an instant emotional connection. But if done wrong, it can feel awkward, forced, or even intrusive. The key lies in understanding why this works, and the scalp is one of the most sensitive areas of the body, filled with nerve endings that are triggered deep emotional responses. A well-placed, gentle touch on her hair can send subtle yet powerful signals of intimacy, trust, and attraction. It's not just about the physical sensation. It's about the unspoken message it conveys. I see you, I'm present with you, and I'm attuned to your energy. But here's where most men go wrong. They either rush it or do it mechanically, without any real connection. Behind the gesture, touching her hair isn't about playing with it. Absent-mindedly, it's about creating a moment of closeness. Picture this: you're sitting with her, engaged in conversation, and at just the right moment, you gently brush a strand of hair away from her face. That single action, done with intention and confidence, can say more than words ever could. Timing is everything. This isn't something you do on a first encounter or before you've built any emotional connection. It works best when she already feels comfortable with you, when there's chemistry and warmth in the air. If she leans in slightly, if she smiles in a way that invites closeness, that's when you know the moment is right. The worst thing you can do is force it when she isn't ready, which is why presence and awareness are crucial from a Stoic perspective. This ties back to emotional intelligence and restraint. Stoicism teaches us to read situations without acting on impulse, to remain in control rather than being controlled by desire. This means not reaching out just because you want to, but rather because it's the right moment to create a connection. So the next time you're with a woman and the moment feels right, don't underestimate the power of a simple touch on her hair when done with confidence and intention. It's one of those rare, subtle gestures that make a lasting secret for the subtle. Number 4. The hand on her back in public. This might seem like a small, insignificant gesture, but in reality, it speaks volumes. A simple, confident touch on a woman's lower back as you guide her through a crowd or while walking together communicates something profoundly attractive: leadership, confidence, and protection. And yet 9% of men neither overlook it or hesitate, unsure whether they should do it at all. Women don't need grand displays of masculinity to feel secure. They need subtle, instinctual signals that a man is grounded, present, and capable of leading. When you place your hand on her back in a calm, self-assured way, you send a message that you are in control of yourself, in the situation, without having to say a single word. It's not about dominance or control, but rather about showing her through action that you're there, you're aware, and you're leading with quiet confidence. But here's where most men go wrong. They either hesitate too much, making the moment feel awkward, or they do it in a way that feels forced and unnatural. This isn't about possessiveness, nor is it about seeking validation. It's about presence when done correctly. Touch is light but deliberate, brief but intentional, just enough for her to feel it, and register your presence in a way that feels effortless and natural. Picture this. You're walking side by side, heading toward the entrance of a restaurant as you step ahead to open the door for her. Your hand briefly rests on her lower back, just enough to guide her forward without breaking stride. It's a moment of quiet leadership, a gesture that subconsciously reassures her that she's with a man who moves with confidence and intent. From a Stoic perspective, this ties directly into self-mastery and emotional presence. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, and a weak man doesn't seek approval for his actions. He simply embodies strength, awareness, and quiet control." When you place your hand on her back, you aren't seeking a reaction. You're simply being a man of presence and leadership. And that alone is magnetic in a world where many men are either too timid or too overbearing. Mastering this simple yet powerful move sets you apart as someone who understands the subtle balance of strength and care. Number 5, being her protector in small ways, her hero. The protector. Being a protector doesn't mean saving a woman or acting like her personal bodyguard. Women today are independent, strong, and fully capable of handling their own challenges. But here's the secret: they still crave a man who makes them feel safe, not in a dramatic, over-the-way, but in the small, consistent actions that show you've got her back, both emotionally and physically. Most men assume that being a protect means stepping in only during extreme situations, like breaking up a fight or defending her honor in some grand display. But the truth is, it's the little things that build trust and attraction over time. It's how you react when someone is rude to her. It's making sure she gets home safely without making a big deal out of it. It's standing beside her during an uncomfortable situation, offering silent yet undeniable support. Women notice and appreciate these small acts of reliability. A man who is calm under pressure, who handles situations with composure, who is present but not overbearing. This is what makes her feel safe, and in a world full of unpredictable people, stability is rare and incredibly attractive. But let's be clear, being a protector doesn't mean controlling her or making her feel incapable. It means you're someone she can rely on when it matters, a man who doesn't panic, who doesn't escalate situations unnecessarily, but who also doesn't shy away when the moment calls for strength. This is where Stoic philosophy becomes invaluable. Epic. Titus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." A Stoic man is emotionally steady. He doesn't act out of impulse or insecurity. Instead, he observes, assesses, and responds with calm precision. And that's exactly what makes a woman feel at ease in his presence. When you embody this kind of calm, steady energy, you stand out from the 99% of men who either overreact or don't act at all. You become the one kind of man who doesn't just talk about being strong, you demonstrate it through your actions without ever needing to say a word. Number 6, the power of dreams. This one is subtle yet incredibly powerful. Most men never think to use it. But when done right, it creates an emotional connection that lingers in a woman's mind far longer than any compliment ever could. It's the power of suggesting that she's been on your mind even when you weren't awake. Imagine this: you're having a casual conversation, and at some point you casually drop, "I had the strangest dream about you last night." Then you pause, you don't rush into details, you let her curiosity build. 9 times out of 10, she'll lean in and ask, "Wait, really? What was it about now?" Here's the key: you don't need some elaborate, overly romantic dream. Keep it simple, light, and slightly playful. Something like, "I don't remember all of it, but we were just sitting in a cafe talking about something deep, and it felt really nice." Notice what this does. It subtly plants the idea in her mind that you feel comfortable around her, that she holds a place in your subconscious, and that there's an unspoken connection between you. Women are deeply emotional and intuitive. They love the idea of being thought about in a way that isn't forced or calculated. A dream is something out of your control, something your subconscious conjured up, and that alone makes it feel genuine and intriguing. It's not like a planned compliment. It's an organic moment that makes her wonder, why was I in his dream? This taps into a core element of female psychology: mystery and emotional connection. A woman wants to feel special, but not in an obvious, generic way. Saying, "I had a dream about you," makes her feel important without pressure, without expectation. It subtly creates intrigue, because it's not something most men think to say. Now let's connect this to Stoicism. A Stoic man doesn't beg for attention. He allows natural curiosity to work in his face. He understands that attraction isn't about chasing. It's about creating a pull instead of trying too hard. He lets small, effortless moments build deeper emotions. So next time you're in a conversation with a woman, remember this simple psychological trigger: don't overuse it. Don't force it. But when the moment is right, watch how it makes her lean in, how it makes her start seeing you differently. Secret number 7. The power of dreams. Let's go beyond attraction for a minute. Beyond the touch, beyond the teasing, beyond the chemistry. Let's talk about something women crave but rarely know how to ask for. A man with a dream, not just a job, not just a goal, not just a plan for next month. I'm talking about vision, direction. A man who's not just surviving, but building something. Because here's the truth most men overlook. Nothing pulls a woman in deeper than a man who is unapologetically walking towards something bigger than himself. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not even about the dream itself. It's about what that dream says about you. It says you're alive. It says you're not stagnant. It says you wake up with purpose, and that energy is contagious. You want to know what women truly find sexy? It's the man who looks her in the eye and says, "I can't stay long, I've got work to do." And he means it. Not because he's avoiding her, but because he refuses to lose himself in her. That's the secret. You don't win her heart by focusing on her. You win it by focusing on your path and letting her see the fire in your eyes when you talk about it. And here's why it works, because when a woman feels your direction, when she sees that you're chasing something real, that you're not sitting still, not waiting on life to hand you anything, she respects you. She leans in. She wants to be part of it, even if she can't explain why. That's the power of dreams. They create gravity. They pull the right people toward you. And they quietly push the wrong ones away. Now here's the trap most men fall into. They think pursuing dreams means ignoring women, or that women will feel neglected if they're not the center of attention. But what actually happens when you place your mission above her? She doesn't feel less important. She feels more safe. Because now she knows she's with a man who won't crumble, who won't lose himself in her moods, who has something bigger to wake up for even on the days she doesn't smile. And that right there is when trust begins. She may never say it, but deep down every feminine woman is secretly asking this question: can I follow this man, not physically, emotionally, energetically? She wants to know that being around you means she's going somewhere, that your relationship isn't a dead-end street full of good vibes and no vision. That's why men who have purpose, who live it, who breathe it, who stay obsessed with becoming what they were built to be, those men don't chase, they attract. Because their dream becomes the filter, the standard, the silent test. And only the women who are ready for that level of movement stick around. So ask yourself right now, what are you building? What excites you more than her validation? What future are you chasing, with or without her by your side? Because if you don't have that, you become emotionally available but spiritually empty. You become pleasant but forgettable. And no woman wants to attach her heart to a man standing still. Now, from the Stoic lens, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That's dream energy. That's what makes you magnetic. Not because it's easy, but because you choose the hard path. You build anyway. You move anyway. You sacrifice anyway. And she sees it. Even if she never says a word. She sees the man who lights up talking about a vision no one else believes in yet. She sees the late nights, the self-discipline, the focus, and somewhere deep in her gut, she feels safe. Not because you're focused on her, but because you're focused on something greater. So if you're the kind of man who's done chasing relationships without direction, if you're ready to be chosen not for how much attention you give, but for how much purpose you carry, drop this in the comments. I chase purpose because the man who leads with dreams doesn't just win attention. He earns loyalty, respect, and the kind of love that doesn't flinch when life gets hard. Dream loud, move quietly, and let the mission speak for you. Secret number 8. The charm of a beard. You might think that facial hair is just a style choice, but science and psychology suggest otherwise. A well-groomed beard does more than just change your appearance. It shifts how women perceive you on a deep subconscious level. Studies have shown that women often associate bearded men with strength, maturity, and protection. 3 qualities that trigger primal attraction. Instincts. Think about it. In ancient times, warriors and leaders almost always had beards. A beard symbolized wisdom, resilience, and masculinity traits that signaled a man's ability to provide, protect, and lead. Even today, those associations haven't faded when a man wears a beard. Well, he's perceived as more dominant, more self-assured, and even more reliable. But here's the catch. It's not just about growing a beard. It's about maintaining it. A messy, unkempt beard can signal laziness, while a well-groomed beard demonstrates this and self-respect. This is why women are drawn to men with facial hair that looks intentional, not neglected. It subtly communicates, I take care of myself, I'm in control, and I understand my own presence. This ties directly into Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In the same way, your external appearance reflects your internal discipline. A beard isn't just facial hair. It's a statement of composure, patience, and self-mastery. You're not just letting it grow, you're crafting an image that aligns with the presence you want to command. And let's not forget one of the biggest psychological factors, contrast or well-maintained beard frames, the face accentuating strong jawlines and making facial expressions more distinct. This naturally enhances attraction because it gives off a sense of ruggedness balanced with reef in M combination that women find irresistible. So does this bin? You need a beard to be attractive? No. But if you can grow one, it's a tool worth considering, and if you already have one, maintaining it properly can amplify the way people perceive you, especially women. Conclusion, how to conclusion, applying these secrets with effortless confidence. Apply these secrets and set yourself apart. At this point, you've unlocked 7 hidden secrets that most men completely overlook, yet these small, powerful actions can change the way women perceive you forever. Each one taps into subtle psychological triggers that build trust, intrigue, and deep attraction without trying too hard. So, let's recap the power of touch. Before intimacy creates an emotional connection, most men ignore. Flirting with respect sets you apart as confident and in control, touching her hair. At the right moment, spark, subconscious. Chemistry, placing your hand on her back. In public signals, quiet. Leadership and security, being her protector. In the small moments, makes her feel safe in a way she won't even realize she craves. Using the power of dreams, plays with her emotions in a way that builds curiosity and attachment. And finally, the presence of a well-maintained beard taps into primal instincts of strength and masculinity. Now the question is, how do you apply all of this in real life? The key is not to force it. Attraction is built through presence, confidence, and self-awareness. If you're trying too hard to check off every secret in your interactions, you'll come across as a natural. Instead, let these insights become a natural extension of who you are. Pay attention to opportunities. If you're walking beside her, let your hand rest lightly on her back. If she's comfortable with you, use a playful touch on her hair. At the right moment, if you sense curiosity, mention a dream you had about her. The more effort it feels, the more powerful it becomes. And here's something even more important. These secrets don't just make you more attractive to women. They make you a better man overall. When you practice confidence, presence, and self-mastery, you stand out, not just in dating, but in every area of life. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a sense of purpose, control, and quiet strength. This is where Stoicism becomes a game changer. The Stoic man doesn't seek validation. He doesn't chase, he simply is. He moves with confidence, stays grounded in his values, and lets his presence speak for itself. He understands that true attraction isn't about tricks. It's about how you carry yourself in every moment, so now it's up to you. Will you be like the 99% of men who overlook these small but powerful behaviors, or will you apply what you've learned, elevate your presence, and step into the 1% of men who truly get it? If you're ready to start implementing these secrets, drop a comment below and let me know which one surprised you the most. And if you found value in this, hit that like button and subscribe, and stay tuned for even more insights that will transform the way you approach life and relationships. This is just the beginning. Stay strong, stay sharp, and start applying what you've learned today.